It would be no surprise to anyone that I'm a big fan of kung fu movies. When I was growing up, films like Enter the Dragon, Mortal Kombat, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon always served as an infinite well of inspiration to me. However, as I have learned more and more about the art of fighting, I can't help but notice several common things movies do that are just plain silly. So I felt I would keep things light today by pointing out 5 silly things that movies get wrong about fighting. Starting at number 5, the bad guys waiting their turn. One of the most exciting moments in a lot of action movies is when the protagonist has to fight off several opponents at once. Have you ever looked at the fighters in the background during these scenes? They just kind of stand there, striking kung fu poses, waiting for their turn to jump in. In The Fist of Fury, Bruce Lee has this big fight with an entire Japanese school of martial artists. He absolutely destroys all the fighters in the dojo. However, if you watch all the extras in the background, you will see they make sure to attack Bruce one at a time. Another movie that comes to mind is the old 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. The Foot Clan soldiers are all in the background, just kind of standing around, flipping their weapons. So let's be real. It has to be this way. If 12 dudes actually attacked a single fighter all at the same time, even the best martial artists would crumple like a paper bag. Number 4, staying unconscious for hours.
And by the way, try not to be unconscious too long. It's super bad for you.
A rear naked choke will generally render someone unconscious in 3 to 10 seconds, but they also wake up within seconds of you releasing the choke. There is usually a minute or two of confusion on the part of the person who is, choked unconscious as they wake up, but overall, they will be up and back to normal relatively quickly. Similar to this is when our hero gets captured. He is often hit in the head and wakes up in a new location, like a jail cell or tied up in a chair. If you were ever hit so hard that you were unconscious for hours, your brain would not be working well enough for you to continue your mission, have a witty conversation with your interrogator, or escape a jail cell.
I was unconscious for an hour.
Ooh, really?
Which is super bad for you.
Super bad. Have you seen a neurologist?
Most people will wake up very quickly after being knocked out. By quickly, I mean within a few seconds. If someone gets hit and stays down, then they need immediate medical attention and might even die. Number 3, the sounds punches make. Real punches don't make low, bass-filled booms or bone-crushing snaps. In reality, they sound more like clapping your hands together, which would not be very exciting for movies. The filmmaker wants to make the hits have impact. This makes the fight scene more exciting and makes the fight feel like it has higher stakes. Number 2, becoming good at fighting over a short period of time. All right, so in The Karate Kid, Daniel San wins a karate tournament after only about 6 or 7 months of honestly questionable training. Mr. Miyagi's training methods aside, 6 months is hardly enough time to learn the bare bones basics of any martial art, not to mention one as complex as karate. Then he goes on to beat a black belt who I assume has been training for years. Not very likely. This happens in a lot of movies where the good guy gets his butt whooped, then has a training montage, and just like that, he can fight. As a professional martial arts teacher, one of the more frustrating calls I receive is for last-minute self-defense training. The caller will tell me they are moving to a different country in 3 weeks and want to learn some martial arts to protect themselves. And it always breaks my heart that I have to tell them that that's not really enough time to achieve their goals. I can never be sure, but I wonder if this movie trope has created an unrealistic expectation in the general public's view on how quickly you can develop martial ability. And my number 1 silly thing is the second wind. This is by far the silliest things that movies get wrong about fighting. Let me lay out the scene for you. Our hero is in a boxing match, really getting the screws put to him. He is bloody, tired, and beaten. He is down for the count, about to give up, when he looks up and sees his girl cheering him on in the crowd. Suddenly, the music swells as he gets up in slow motion, and he summons the resolve to keep fighting. Not only does he keep on fighting, But he magically is better than he ever was. He beats the snot out of his foe and gets the girl in the end. Damn, that's badass. And full of shit. You don't really get a second win in a fight. You only have so much cardio, and you can only take so much damage before your body gives out. Some people think they've experienced a second wind, but that is actually the feeling of your body shutting down. As you get more tired, your body will start shutting down various faculties to conserve energy. When you get tired enough, your body will shut down the part of your brain that tells you you're tired. Thus, the illusion of a second wind. But it's just that, an illusion. In reality, your body is still tired and broken and will not perform any better than it did a few seconds ago. In all honesty, none of these so-called mistakes bother me. In fact, I love them. I see how they are necessary to keep the plot moving forward and to make the fight scenes more engaging. In reality, fights are short, ugly, and have long-term consequences, none of which is great for the silver screen. The goal of a good fight scene is never to be realistic. It's to be awesome, inspirational, or exciting. What filmmakers know that we often forget is this: no one wants to pay for reality. I found this video pretty fun to make, so I'd love to make another one like that. So if you have any ideas of another countdown that you would like to see, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're still watching this video, you're clearly enjoying the content, so please be sure to click the subscribe button, click the little thumbs up, and hit the bell to let YouTube know that this is the kind of content that you like. We're a small channel and we can't grow without you. If you live in the Indianapolis area and you'd like to come train with me personally, all the information to get started is on our website, theschoolofselfdefense.com. And once again, if you're too far to train with us in person, we now have both our initiation phase and the art of fighting without fighting available on our website, kenpo360.com. So until next time, everybody, I'm Michael Valenti with the School of Self-Defense. Fight on.
The art of fighting without fighting? Show me some of it.